Again, Henry Kissinger, the world must forge a new order or retreat to chaos. And President promises, look at this one. This is the Washington Post. Promises a new international order. And at West Point, Obama presses for a new world order to defeat al-Qaeda. Well, now what he actually said in his speech, he was pressing for a new international order that can resolve the challenges of our times. And, oh, take a look how they see us, Obama's domination of Europe. Now, this man, Van Rompuy, was elected the president, the permanent president of the European Union. But look what it says under his picture. Effectively deposed.
By Obama.
Yes, and that means to be put out, Jack. All right, they have written why. Now, this is an article about our president. Would you like to read it?
Yes,
there,
Rixa. Barack Obama has become the de facto president of the European Union, and that means being president in effect, but not recognized as yet or elected. And who said it? Jean Quatremer in his blog in France's Libération. As the Greek debt crisis threatened to spread in recent weeks, European leaders bickered over whether and how to fund a bigger bailout. The putative EU President Herman Van Rompuy simply watched them, wringing his hands. Knowing the euro's collapse might trigger a tsunami that could devastate the planet, Obama took action. After repeatedly phoning German Chancellor Angela Merkel, he finally got her to sign on to the rescue, succeeding where the best efforts of European leaders had failed. Then he phoned Spanish Prime Minister José Luis Zapatero and practically ordered him to cut the Spanish deficit in half so that Spain wouldn't be the next domino to fall. It's as if America's president stayed a coup and a necessary one. Barack Obama has concluded that only the big European states have the clout to do anything, so he has begun dealing with a select clique comprising Britain, France, and Germany. Each month, Obama has a video conference with the leaders of these three countries to discuss areas of joint concern, such as Afghanistan, the Middle East, of the financial crisis as well. It looks like face-to-face summits will be rare in the Obama era, so it's up to European leaders to make sure that transatlantic video diplomacy is an effective foreign policy tool and not just a consolation prize. Wow!
Whoa.
We've been saying it for months. It's coming.
Yes, yes, it certainly is. Now, where'd the idea of the New World Order ever come into existence? Is it something new? Jack has told us time and again, it is not new. It goes way, way back. There were 7 organizations talking about it, right, Jack? Could you quickly name them
back a few
for
hundred
us?
years. First, there was the Illuminati, the Bilderbergs, the Council of Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, the Club of Rome, the United Nations, and the New Age movement, and you can find all of this listed in Daniel chapter 7, verses 7, 8, 20, 24, Revelation 12, 3, Revelation 13, verses 3, 7, 12, and 16.
All right, Jack, you've given us 7 organizations. Now, one of those organizations was the Club of Rome. How in the world does the Club of Rome fit into all of this?
Oh, this is miraculous. This is unbelievable. I always preached for years that it would be a 10-nation federation for this final world empire, Revelation 17:10. And then I got back into my history books and saw that it would be a 10-division world empire, taking in all 247 nations of the world. And it's already been outlined by the Club of Rome. They got it ready. And I'm going to show you that next week. So when you see Daniel chapters 2 and 7 and Revelation chapter 17, verses 3, 7, 12, and 16 is already mentioned. We're talking about a 10-division world empire, and this was taught by Rabbi Hagian 2,500 years ago, by St. Barnabas, St. Irenaeus, St. Justin Martyr, and the one who wrote the great Latin Vulgate, Jerome, all teaching this 10-division world empire, and it would be the hour that Mashiach, our Christ, would arrive.
All right, Jack, we're going to continue on in just a moment. You ever pick up the headlines and say, okay, what's bad today around the world? You know, friends, it is wonderful. Don't look at it like that. Let's pick up our newspapers and say, all right, what's in the paper today? pointing to the return of our Lord. Isn't it wonderful? He is coming back. We need to be ready for that, and Jack's going to show us how to be ready in just a moment. But before this, I want to bring emphasis again to our wonderful new offer and take a look at the preview right here, please.
What's different about the Obama administration is the sheer number of radical people he's assembled at very high levels. Obama is probably the most radical president that has ever sat in the White House. Barack Obama has surrounded himself with probably the most radical group of advisors of any previous administration in American history. Since taking office in January 2009, President Barack Obama has made a number of high-level, controversial appointments. He is choosing people who will radically change America. During the election campaign, Barack Hussein Obama repeatedly said, "We're going to change this country and change the world. We need change, real change, now." That's found on almost every page of Rules for Radicals from Saul Alinsky's book. And by change, Saul Alinsky meant a revolution, a socialist communist revolution. President Obama has appointed an unprecedented number of people to czar positions, which require no Senate confirmation. America's in trouble. God help America.
Oh, I can't believe what I saw when I viewed this DVD. Your eyes will just be filled with amazement, and also the book. Oh, do not put it off. There's the 800 number, and there is the address. A very important offer, Jack.
Oh, I've never seen anything like this. By the second week, we were 6,000 short to send out, so it'll soon get there, and now we have to order another 10,000. This explains who these czars are, and believe me, they are a crummy, corrupt crowd surrounding our president. No wonder he's getting bad advice. Get the materials.
All right, there's the 800 number, and there's the address. Make the call right away. We got new supply, and we'll get it out as soon as we hear from you. All right. Oh my, these headlines are something, aren't they, friends? I'm sorry to say that religious persecution is on the rise, according to a bipartisan U.S. Commission on Religious Freedom. And you know what? Our president seems to be softening his stand on protecting the right to one's faith internationally. Take a look here. This is from Iraq. Obama blasted on religious freedom, U.S. softening its stand. They're saying, we don't have our freedom. Look at what Franklin Graham had to say. My, oh my, I think when you preach that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, I think we're going to see one day that people will say, this is hate speech because you're being so narrow and you're excluding other people. I believe that. I think we're going to see that come. I'm so sorry to hear Dr. Franklin Graham say that, son of the world's greatest evangelist. Many consider Dr. Billy Graham. And then there's another article that I would like for you to take a look at right now. It has to do with the special religion. While facing a rash of recent terrorist attempts, the administration's aggressive outreach to Muslims abroad tiptoes around the problem of radical Islam.
God help us.
Going on, U.S. joins pro-Muslim alliance of civilizations. We are going to really refer to that. Religious controversy surrounds local event. And again, faith-based fracas. And it's talking about the White House to the courthouse. They're having battles that are escalating. And how could the Fort Hood massacre happen? The administration continues to withhold crucial information from Congress. And then the Pentagon whitewash. Army report on Fort Hood is a lie. It's a lie.